Welcome to CryptoWise, a couple of wise guys talking crypto. Hello CryptoWisers, welcome back to the channel. My name is Milton and I will be your captain for this video. In today's video, I'm actually going to be following up on one of my very favorite small cap hidden gem altcoins. About a month ago, I made a video and I told you all about Swingby and why I thought it had such huge potential. If you haven't watched that video, it's this one here, small cap hidden gem huge potential. Now, at the time of making that video, that was right around here, Swingby was just over 3 cents. After making that video, we saw a huge pump. It went all the way up to 17 cents and now it's come back down. It's still double from when we talked about it before, but it has come down to earth. It is still a great play in my opinion. But today's video is not going to be talking about the project. If you want to know more about the project, just watch my first video. You can do that now by clicking the link at the top of your screen. Today, I'm actually going to be walking you through how to use Swingby and why you might want to use it. Because as I mentioned in that first video, Swingby launched their mainnet December 28th. And now that it's been launched, it's been out for a few weeks. I wanted to use their Skybridge myself, so I figure I might as well make a video, let you guys in on my experience in case you wanted to try it yourselves. And this is all about how to get your Bitcoin onto the Ethereum blockchain. So buckle up, kids. This is going to be another exciting episode of CryptoWise. Okay, so just quickly, Swingby is a bridge to get your Bitcoin onto the Ethereum blockchain or vice versa to take it off the blockchain. And why I love this project as a tiny small cap is because it has a simple use case which is very useful in the crypto ecosystem. And so if it does it well, it's going to be able to find a place. And at a market cap of just over $6 million is kind of a perfect price that I like to look for in those small cap risky altcoins that might give you the most potential upside. So why is it important to be able to get your Bitcoin onto Ethereum? Most of my CryptoWisers probably already know that, but if you don't, no worries. Let me quickly explain it to you. DeFi or decentralized finance is mostly built on Ethereum, and there are some amazing projects where you can earn great yield on your Bitcoin, or you can borrow against your Bitcoin, or do all sorts of cool, lucrative investing strategies with your Bitcoin. So being able to get your Bitcoin onto Ethereum is an important step to really be able to fully utilize your Bitcoin. Now, you might remember in my last video, I talked about Celsius, a project I love, but it's a centralized project. So far, I've been keeping my Bitcoin kind of separate. I don't have any of my Bitcoin on Ethereum yet. It's all in either my hard wallets or I have some of it in Celsius, as you know. I also have some in BlockFi, as you know, centralized exchanges. And like on Celsius, I'm earning some really good interest on my Bitcoin. But I also want to get some of my Bitcoin onto some of these DeFi projects that I love. But to do that, I got to move my Bitcoin to the Ethereum blockchain. Decrypt has a great article about what is Bitcoin DeFi and how it works. So let me walk through this with you quickly. And if you already know all about DeFi, look at the timestamps and you can skip ahead to find out how you can use Swingby. Okay, so as I said, decentralized finance, DeFi platforms are built on Ethereum, but Bitcoin holders are getting involved by locking up their coins. Bitcoin DeFi involves locking Bitcoin into smart contracts that give them Ethereum-based tokens that represent the biggest cryptocurrency by market cap. By locking up their Bitcoin on Ethereum, Bitcoiners are using DeFi to generate passive income. I'm not going to walk through what DeFi is, but it's in this article if you do not know. So why would Bitcoin be involved? Well, the majority of DeFi platforms are built on Ethereum, like I said, but there are a lot of people who own a lot of Bitcoin who want to get involved too. So it's becoming increasingly easy for those with Bitcoin to be able to invest in DeFi platforms with their funds. So how does Bitcoin DeFi work? Well, you can't use Bitcoin directly on Ethereum. The blockchains are different. So in order to do so, your Bitcoin needs to be converted into a currency that represents Bitcoin, but is really an Ethereum-based token. So that is wrapped Bitcoin. Wrapped Bitcoin is the first ERC-20 token backed one-to-one to Bitcoin. And again, why would you want to do this? Well, Bitcoin DeFi can generate passive income, and we all want passive income, don't we? So one of the ways to generate passive income with Bitcoin is to utilize a DeFi platform. It works like this. You convert the Bitcoin into Ether to lend and earn interest with Bitcoin. So one of these platforms you can then use is MakerDAO, but they are definitely not the only one. You could use Compound, Kyber Network, Aave. There are so many great DeFi platforms out there to use. And if you want to know more about which are the blue chip DeFi projects, and these are the ones I'm probably going to be using my wrapped Bitcoin in, just watch my video here, Must Own DeFi Projects. This one is just from a few weeks ago. I talk about all the major DeFi project, blue chip projects that you need to know about. And if you want to watch that video now, you can do so by clicking this link at the top of your screen. So that is why we are going to be using the Swingby Bridge to convert some of our Bitcoin into wrapped Bitcoin so we can start using it in some of these really cool DeFi protocols. All right, so how are we going to do this? Well, thankfully, Swingby has published this really useful article. It's called How to Convert Your WBC into BTC with Skybridge. All right, because this article does wrapped Bitcoin into Bitcoin, I'll do that first, just so we can follow along exactly the steps that are in this article, but then I'll do it in reverse so you'll know how to get your Bitcoin into wrapped Bitcoin as well, because that will probably be the more common way that people are doing it, getting their Bitcoin into wrapped Bitcoin. I know that's how I'm going to be using this, but the process is the same both ways, so we might as well start with the way they're doing it in this article. As they say here, using Skybridge, it's essentially 3 easy steps to get your WBC into BTC or vice versa. First thing we got to do is head to this widget. Now, this is what the Skybridge looks like. It's a pretty simple interface, like most swapping interfaces, very similar to Uniswap or anything like that. We're going to be swapping one asset to another, but it works a little bit different. So let's walk through how it works. Step 1, book your swap. So before you can perform a swap and convert your wrapped Bitcoin to native Bitcoins, you need to head to the Skybridge widget and book your swap. Once you've entered in the amount of WBTC that you would like to convert or trade, you click swap and the widget will inform the decentralized Skybridge network about your swap. Next, the Skybridge widget will display an Ethereum address and ask you to send a certain amount of funds to it. So you got to take a note of both these values as you'll need to enter these into your Ethereum wallet. Step 2 is send your wrapped Bitcoins. So you can use any Ethereum ERC-20 supporting wallets for this. I'm going to be using MetaMask, the one that they use in this article, because, well, that's the one that I use. Alrighty, let's try this Skybridge out. Okay, so these numbers in here are just default numbers that they add in here already. I will be using this kind of test MetaMask wallet that I have that I use for random experiments. And I've put a little bit of WBTC in here. I have 0.002 WBTC, so that is what I am going to be converting into Bitcoin using this Skybridge. Put that in there, and then it tells me that this is the Bitcoin I will be getting back. So it has the fees taken off. So I will be sending this WBTC and I will be getting this BTC. Now, you have to put in an address where you want Skybridge to send your Bitcoin to. And you cannot use centralized exchange addresses as far as I know. So it has to be your own Bitcoin wallet. Okay, so I am using one of my Ledger wallets. So I've put the address in there. And now all we got to do is press swap. So now I have to send exactly this amount of WBTC to this address. Okay, I will go to my WBTC. I will say send. I will copy this address, send, paste. Okay, I will put in the amount 0.00199.717. I will keep it here on average speed and just press next. Okay, It's going to cost me $4.15 in gas, and I will confirm that. All right, so I've sent the Wbtc to Skybridge, and they should be sending back my BTC. All right, so just wanted to say that this updated here. Skybridge has received my Wbtc, so it is now telling me that it's sending my BTC to the wallet address I gave it. As you can see up here, it does say this warning: please send funds only from addresses owned by you. Do not send funds from an exchange. I'm assuming that this means on either end. So also I shouldn't have sent Wbtc to them from some sort of centralized exchange, which I did not. I used my MetaMask, so this should be fine. Already the confirmations have come in. It is now sending the BTC to the address. It is signing my swap. So as you can see down here, my Wbtc here is in Skybridge, and now it is just waiting for Skybridge to send me the BTC back. Alrighty, it's a little bit later on, but I just wanted to update you guys here. Still waiting, but there is a site here, Skybridge Explorer, which is a bit like Etherscan, where you can track where your swap is. So mine is still signing, but I know that it's here and I can see it. I don't have to worry. It is taking a bit of time. I did it 36 minutes ago now, but all good. It's here in the Skybridge. I can see what's going on. It will let me know when it's completed. And when that happens, I will come back and let you guys know. Alrighty, and I'm back and the swap is completed. So it did take longer than expected. I wasn't sure how long it would take, but it took about an hour. But keep in mind, they just launched this mainnet. It only has 35 metanodes now. So I imagine as they build out their metanodes, as they build out the platform, it will go much faster. But with the Swingby Explorer, it was great. I could keep track of it just like Etherscan, and really didn't have to worry at all during the transaction because it was keeping me up to date on what was going on. Just a little bit more about this Explorer. You can track what's been going on here. You can see all the different swaps that have happened on the Skybridge and the total swap volume. This is the last 7 days. So in the last week, they've had about over $81,000 worth of Wbtc or BTC being swapped for a total of $163 rewards for the metanodes. And if you're interested in being one of the metanodes, earning passive income that way, I know that Swingby, they are doing a YouTube live this upcoming Tuesday, the 19th, to answer any questions about that. That might be of interest to you out there who do that sort of thing. But in terms of using the Skybridge just to swap your BTC to Wbtc, obviously right now it's pretty slow. There are a lot faster options. But the key to Swingby, and why I think it could be a really useful tool within the crypto ecosystem, is that it's completely decentralized, as you saw. Most of the other ways to get Wbtc is through a centralized exchange. So this way, using the Skybridge, you are in control of your coins at all times. And just let me show you here. This is my Ledger wallet, and you can see right here is the transaction. Now, it did cost me about $11 or so in fees, which is obviously pretty high if you're sending $60 worth. So keep that in mind. Like most things in crypto right now, you don't want to be doing small transactions because the transaction fees will get you. But $11 is definitely not bad if you're sending bigger amounts. Just some proof that I did receive the BTC. And of course, here is the completed swap in the Swingby Explorer. Now, because it does take a little bit of time, I won't show you the reverse, but it's exactly the same process. You would come here, you would go to the Skybridge. Here, you would just pick BTC, and then you would put in the amount of BTC that you're going to want to swap. Here you get to see the amount that you would get. Then you would put your receiving address. And this time I would put my Wbtc address, which is this one here. Boom. Just press swap just for the sake of it. And so here we go. So I would have to send exactly this amount of Bitcoin to this Bitcoin address, and then it would send me the Wbtc back to my MetaMask. So it's the exact same process, but you're sending BTC and you're getting Wbtc back. So anyway, guys, that is how you use the Swingby Skybridge. I just wanted to show you because I know a lot of you did watch this video on Swingby, and it's always good to see these projects in action, how they work. Does it take a little bit of time? Yes, it does. But because I like the project, because I hold the token, I am definitely going to be using this to take some of my BTC, grab a bunch of Wbtc, and start exploring some of the DeFi protocols out there with my Bitcoin. Because as of now, I have been keeping all my Bitcoin separate. I have not used Bitcoin on the Ethereum blockchain as of yet. I want to start doing that. I want to get to know what opportunities are out there in DeFi for my Bitcoin. So I will be using the Skybridge to do that because I prefer to do it in a decentralized way instead of using one of these centralized exchanges. And just a reminder, the market cap for Swingby is still very low, just over $6 million. And you see it already has a working product out there on the market. Obviously, lots of improvements to make, but the fact that they have already launched their mainnet, that it works, people are using it, and I know the team has some really great tech minds behind it. I'm really curious to see how they build this Skybridge out, but it already works and I'm going to already be using it. Just keep in mind the time. This is not something to use yet if time is of essence and you really need to make a trade really quickly. Alrighty guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it brought you some value. If it did, would you consider giving it the old thumbs up? And of course, all you newbie CryptoWisers out there, if you're just stumbling onto our channel, we just launched the channel a couple of months ago, so please hit the subscribe button, become a CryptoWiser. What could be a parabolic bull run? So you do not want to miss any of our videos coming up. Thanks again for watching this video, CryptoWisers. Until next time, my name is Milton, saying over and out.